Nordstrom has announced it will close all of its Canadian stores, cutting 2,500 jobs in the process. CP24's Mark Liverman is live with the very latest. Have you had a chance to speak to any shoppers? Any reaction yet, Mark?
Yeah, had a chance, Lena. Some shoppers say they were surprised. Some say they plan on taking advantage of some of the deals that we'll see over the course of the next few months. We know liquidation is expected to last until June, but I want to bring in Lluc Cerda, an employment lawyer. Lluc, thanks for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me, Mark.
First of all, I want to start with your reaction to this news, this big news. 13 total locations, 13 Nordstroms closing right across Canada.
Well, it's pretty big news. We're talking about 2,300 employees, if not more. That's a lot of people to be out of a job. It's continuing a trend that we've seen develop in the tech sector of mass layoffs in the last few months. So it's very concerning. Whether this is going to become part of a trend towards mass terminations and possibly a recession. What I do want to just talk about is the way that these stores are being closed is a form of bankruptcy. Basically, the Companies Creditors Arrangement Act allows the company to restructure its debt, and including its debt that it would have to its terminated employees for things like severance, leaving them probably with cents on the dollar of what they would have been entitled to had the company simply closed down and terminated these employees.
Break that down. I mean, that was really well said, Lluc, and well explained, but break that down in terms of what this means for these 2,300 or so employees in terms of severance. Is it possible they won't get any severance at all? How much of a difference are we looking at as a result of this bankruptcy?
So severance can be up to 24 months in Canada, 24 months of compensation, depending on various factors, including your age, your length of service, the type of position you had, and the job market that you landed. What happens with a bankruptcy is that your claim for severance, which could be up to 24 months, gets sent over to the trustee in bankruptcy and is lumped in with all the other creditors. And by this, I mean the unsecured creditors. And you receive your share of what's left over after the secured creditors have been paid. Secured creditors can generally be the CRA, and then after that would be the banks that have secured mortgages and things like that. So suppliers and employees usually in bankruptcies are left holding the short end of the stick, because although they theoretically have a claim to a substantial amount of money, there just isn't that much money left over in the pool once the secured creditors and the priority creditors have been paid off.
Lluc, very briefly before we wrap up here, and we kind of spoke about this a little bit at the beginning, but in terms of the look of what this means, that you have Bed Bath & Beyond announcing their closures on Friday, today. What does this show you? What does this tell you about the Canadian economy right now, especially moving forward?
I think it's concerning. I think that anyone that's exposed to debt, high interest rates are going to impact that. People that are industries that are leveraged in terms of the tech sector, for instance, and startups, they're finding that the debt they need to continue operating is costing them a lot more, and that's leading people to make very tough decisions that are leading to layoffs, and a lot of them.
Lluc Cerda, employment lawyer, thank you so much for your time tonight.
Thank you.